Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are touring my very first Dream Address release, a tropical themed island called Hibiscus. We're going to take a look at the map, what villagers we have. We're also going to look a little bit at the backstory, the lore we have for the island, as well as show off all the different areas we have decorated. If you're enjoying the tour, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and dive in. Kicking things off, I want to highlight this adorable map I had commissioned by @m.crossing over on Instagram. The bottom section of this map is a tropical resort, which features a lazy river, a cruise terminal, a resort spa, and more. Now the back half of the map is a little bit more abandoned and overgrown back in the deep jungle, and you can see cursed Coco's Cove is highlighted here. This brings us to our lore. Essentially, all of the villagers are afraid of Coco, but what they don't know is that Phoebe, the volcano goddess that they worship, has cursed Coco to remain in her gyroid form forever. So Phoebe is the villain of our story. Taking a look at villagers, we have Bud, Faith, Julia, Sherry, Flora, Phoebe, Audie, Tangy, Lily, and of course, Coco. Alright, as soon as you wake up, you are in resident services, and you can walk straight down. And you see we have some goodies at the entrance for you to be able to get a little bit dressed up for your tour. This is our entrance. We got the rock head statues. The Dream Address is set at about 5 o'clock in the morning to give you that green haze in the sky. And honestly, I love this time of day so much because it really just lets all the glowing moss, it makes it pop. All the things that light up, like the party lights arch, it really just glows extra. And I love this time of day with the music. I just think it's so soothing and beautiful. And this is our main entrance. So here's our airport. And going in this way, we have the entrance. And if you take a left, it'll take you in further into the resort. So going this way, the house is the first stop. This is technically the resort check-in. You see our little welcome sign. So we're gonna take a look inside of the house and go check into the resort before we tour the rest of the island. So as you can see, immediately we are greeted with a reception area, and we have the little Bruceoid back there chattering away, ready to check you in. Let's go check out the actual place you would stay if you stayed inside of this resort. That would be upstairs in the rooms that you can rent out. So we got a very peaceful, calm vibe going on, and we have 3 separate rooms available for rent. If I turn the camera this way, you should be able to see a little bit better. We got hammocks instead of beds in the rooms to give more of a tropical vibe, along with the palm tree lamps. Each one has a unique rug. I love the colors in this room. I just think it's so bright and vibrant and beautiful. Checking out downstairs. Now this is the resort spa. So if you are needing a getaway to come to the resort spa, this is the place. We got lots of steam. If you even take a look over here in the corner, we have a gyroid that's hanging out in the hot tub over here. All right, next stop on our resort tour. If you head this way, and it brings you straight to Bud's Surf Shop. So this is where you can rent diving gear, you can rent surf gear, you can rent beach balls and life rings and all the things if you are staying at the resort. That way you can check out the water. And then headed back this way, we are immediately greeted with our lazy river. This is one of the very first things I built on Hibiscus, and I will link the code in the description below. We also have a little side area to lay out in the sun. We have a little miniature tiki bar run by another gyroid. And if you continue back, you will also see we have some resort buildings that we made out of storefronts and gazebos and custom codes on simple panels. And these were a lot of fun to make. We have a couple of these on the island. So these are the resort buildings that you can also rent if you want to stay. We have little side seating areas. We have an outdoor spa for the resort residents, equipped with a gong. It's so peaceful, especially with the green haze in the sky. You can say hello to our little gyroid friends. And then heading back this way, let's go back the way that we started. And go in the other direction. Also, I just spotted Coco. Oh no, Coco is not on her sectioned off piece of the island. So we better beware. And continuing down the opposite side of the path, this will lead you straight to Restaurant Audie. Now, Audie lives on this side of the beach. Here is Audie's house. And if you head to the other side, this is where Audie manages her seaside restaurant. And of course, we have a cute little squeakoid back there who's manning the cash register. And then if you follow the path this way, we have one more of these buildings that you can rent to stay at the resort, along with a side bike rental stand. So you'll see a few of these green bikes around the island. So next up, I've already seen Coco out and about on the island, but we are about to enter Coco's cove. Phoebe actually cursed Coco into her gyroid form. So we have our beware sign. Everything in this section is going to be very abandoned, very overgrown. Lots of gyroids, lots of dark items, dark green. It has the overgrown mossy stone path as well. We have our rock garden. We have a little gyroid sacrifice, which kind of fits into our storyline. Coco also has a abandoned cemetery with skeletons, and oh my gosh, it definitely fits the storyline. This was a lot of fun to make. Then heading back this way, if you follow the path, it should lead you to where Coco's house is. So you can go all the way up this incline, keep following the path. And here, we've made it to Coco's house, which we almost fenced in entirely, but it has the warning signs. I wanted to give this more of the abandoned vibe, so we don't have quite as much color. But headed back in this direction that we just came from, there's only one entrance to get in and out of Coco's section of the island. So now we just have a little transitional area where the resort residents outside of Coco's realm over there. The resort residents can sit here and relax under the palm trees. It's just a little side area, lots of hammocks. And then, oh, this is weird. It's two of me. Hi, Sid. Beware Coco. It's so funny. I tend to use this hairstyle on every island that I have. But look, it's like seeing double. But next we're headed straight up into the safari. So the tropical safari is another feature of the resort, where you can buy a ticket, but from our little gyroid friend here, hop in a safari vehicle, and then you can take an adventure. So we got the safari vehicles ready to go. We have this awesome custom path that has the tire marks. But also the first stop on our safari ride, of course, is looking over into Coco's Cove. So that's going to be our first lookout point. Then continuing back, the second point is going to be Flora's house. So we have a little flamingo meadow over here featuring Flora's house. Lots of flamingos. It's a lot more open than most of the island is. I wanted to make sure it got that meadow vibe. We have a little waterfall. A fun fact about this island is I barely terraformed. I added a few waterfalls. I added here and there I had to change up the terraforming just to be able to fit inclines and bridges. But I did not change the original shape or structure of the island. This is pretty much as original as it came. But I did add a few things here and there. But that was one of the things I was going for when I originally started planning out the island. I didn't want to change the original structure as much as possible. So we also have a little informational sign, of course gyroids out and about, a little panda sighting on the left, and the iconic bridge, the big log bridge with the waterfall behind. And we're going to definitely get to explore up on the second tier next. So continuing along the safari, it brings you out past a tiger area. Oh, and here's Faith. Hi, Faith. It brings you past a tiger area, so the tigers are checking out the safari vehicles. We have another informational sign. And this will bring you back out to right behind resident services, which essentially just leads you back over to the start of the safari. But I'm going to backtrack just a little bit to take you on a little offshoot over here to the left. This will take you back to Sherry's house. Now Sherry has a little tropical oasis hidden back here off the safari. We have a little reading nook. We have Sherry's house. We have a little hammock stand back here with a bonfire. It feels very closed off, even though right next to us there's a lot of other structures that you'll get to see soon. I loved all of the glowing moss. I loved using the green leaves everywhere to kind of give it more of an overgrown vibe, like we're actually out in the tropical forest. And following on, this is mostly just a transitional area, so just lots of cool winding pathways. We have a little hammock area over here on the beach. Very peaceful, very calm. little water area. Here is our peninsula. We decided just to make it into a really cool overlook where you can see out into the ocean. And following back this way, we have a bonfire area back there with a seating area, and of course an awesome slice of orange pie. Who doesn't want orange pie? And then continuing back this way, another transitional area with all of the overgrown vine items. And then walking this way up the incline, this will wrap you around to Tangy's house. Now Tangy has a little juice bar in the middle of the jungle. Isn't this adorable? I had so much fun creating this building. We have a gyroid back there, man in the booth. We have the fortune cookie cart, and it looks like almost a little marketplace outside. Of course, we have more gyroids just hanging out. I love the way Tangy's house and all the colors and the bright oranges turned out. And then following the path even further, we have a few more transitional spaces that take us all the way over to the museum. The vibe I was going for with the museum was just overgrown and abandoned and just almost a little scary, so it would deter you from wanting to adventure into the museum. That was what I was going for with the spike fences in the front. Castle walls being used, castle towers, and it's that side that has the brick, but it also has the moss growing up the side as well. So I loved the way that the museum turned out. I think it definitely fits the jungle vibe. And if you continue down this tiny winding path, this is Flora's house that we are now behind. It leads you straight into our campsite. Now the campsite, we have a campsite villager today. And the campsite is just a hidden little place in the jungle. We got lots of bright colors, lots of cool camping areas, lots of little tents and bonfires. I loved making the campsite. It was mostly just abandoned jungle and lots of fun bright colors in the trees. More tents to the right, and then this path will continue. We have one more transitional area before we head to Lily's house. Lily's house is probably one of my favorite houses that we got to decorate. So heading straight up this incline over here to the right. This is where if you're staying at the resort, you can come to Lily to rent a boat. So if you check it out, you can grab a ticket from the gyroid and check out these adorable paddle boats that we put together on stream. This was absolutely a blast. Lily also has a little seating picnic area back here. But these little paddle boats just definitely make this spot. And it definitely fits Lily. Lily would absolutely run a paddle boat stand at a tropical resort. I could see it. I could see it for sure. And you can see on the beach side back there, we have a little stone area. We have another camping area down below. These are just transitional areas, so they're not really features. So I'm just gonna let you see them off in the distance, and we'll continue on. Following straight down, we have another transitional area with some gyroids and more tropical overgrown. Continuing this way, it'll take you out back to the resort. And now we are on the back side of the marketplace. So you can see we have the Able Sisters roof, and in the background you can see Coco's Cove. We have Able Sisters roof, we have a gyroid working away on the sewing machine. And then here is our marketplace. Here's behind Nook's Cranny. Check out Able Sisters. We have lots of little clothing items for sale. We have marketplace items, lots of stalls. We have a little pottery stand. Also, this is Faith's house, and Faith runs the flower stand in the marketplace. We have all kinds of little flower shop items. In the rest of the marketplace, we have a newspaper stand, a juice bar, fruit stand, and also a bakery. And following this pathway, we'll continue on. We just have a little extra building that we made out of the pergola and the storefronts. Continuing this way, it'll take you up to our hula dancing area. And here's Sherry. Hi, Sherry. So here's just a great picture spot where you can learn to do the hula dance. And this is Julia's house. So Julia is our dance instructor. Julia is the one that would be giving the hula lessons. And continuing this way, you will see we have a little volleyball area where the gyroids are already in the middle of the game on the beach. And following back this way, if you head to the right, this will take you out to our fishing pier. We have a cute, if you sneak back here, you have a little picture moment to sit on the bench, take a cute little picture. But also you can walk straight through the pier, and it continues out this way. Here is our fish market out on the pier. Lots of fishing items, and it continues all the way through to the end of the dock. So right here, we're on the other side of Nook's Cranny now. We have a little waterfall action. This is an alternative way for any residents who want to come stay at the resort. This is an alternative way for them to come if you don't want to come to the island via seaplane. You can also come via cruise ship. So here is our cruise terminal. So we have all of the yachts, all of the yacht items. We also have a place for you to check your luggage and check in with the gyroid before heading into the island. And then back behind, now we're finally to the grand finale. The evil volcano goddess who cursed Coco. We have found her volcano mountain. We have found her volcano mountain. So heading up, this is pretty intimidating with all of the fire. This is where Phoebe lives. We have the volcano over here as well. There's also one hidden back behind the house. We have 2 volcanoes. It's a very good lookout point over the fishing pier. Here is Volcano Mountain. All right, well, this concludes our tour. Thank you so much for hanging out. As always, if you enjoyed the tour, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.